I like to say that we are welcoming people into our family and they are welcoming us into their family.
Absolutely.
It's a commitment. It's a marriage. So it's not going to be like, "Oh, okay, I'll take your money." No, we need to see if the franchisee really wants in aligns with our core values and our purpose and our vision, which is a huge vision.
Marci, I love that. Don't ever change that. And I know that there's pressure. I remember as a founder starting out that I wanted to pretend that that person was the right person just so I can get them in and get started. But if you keep that philosophy, you are absolutely setting yourself up for a tremendous success, because the first dozen franchisees are so critical for that culture. And don't ever give that up. That is absolutely spot on. That is a great philosophy. So when someone does reach out, who do they talk to?
They usually will talk with me
Okay.
or one of our team members. I have an amazing executive team behind me, Renee and Vivek. They're my everything. They share my vision. They help me build the sales process, the development, everything in between. So you either gonna get in contact with them or
Okay.
me immediately. But yeah.
Great. All right. Well, I would love for you to give some advice, even though you're getting started in franchising. I would love for you to give advice maybe to somebody that was going to get into franchising. I call it the tip jar because the franchise community, is so generous. You know that from being at the IFA, right? If someone was going to go into franchising their company, what do you think is maybe something they should do, advice you would give them before they franchise their business?
Learn what to do after you get your FDD, because having that desire to become a franchise is amazing. It's the first step. And then you find a company that will help you take everything from your head into paper, into systems, into manuals. And that's amazing. But once your FDD is ready and live, you need to know what steps to make. You need to learn all the acronyms, which it took me a while. You need a very good CRM system and
Right.
make sure you learn that. Also, keep learning, keep studying. Don't just assume that is all going to turn out okay when it's not, and have capital for the after. Once you have your FTD, you're going to need capital to launch your franchise. And I mean, I heard this crazy statistic that 60% of franchises never sell their first unit. And I was shocked. But now I was like, oh my God, I can see why, because they become a franchise, but they don't have the funds to grow the franchise.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You probably need double what you thought you need.
yes, yes, definitely. And I mean, if your dream is just as big as mine to have a Maha Juice across every McDonald's in America, then you need a lot of capital.
That is awesome. Marci, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it. It was great seeing you again. I'm looking forward to that second location opening up for you soon, and definitely opening a location here in Florida one day.
I will. It's in the works.
All right. Sounds great. Marci, thanks so much again for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at efbpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fumey, or Emerging Franchise Group LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.